Okay.
Gibraltar.
That is an Alister take right there.
I've played some games in this thing. It's a pretty good damage farmer. That's
also massive. It's massive.
That's it.
Massive.
No. Let's talk about this. We can get this is going to be a national shit on Gibraltar. I have 86,000 average damage in Gibraltar, and that was last year when I got it. You have AP only guns.
Yep.
And you have the Golden Lion problem. You shoot right through destroyers. You have secondaries that you might as well just throw something in their general direction because you can't even hit battleships with these things sometimes at like point blank range.
Marseille effect.
Well, it's not just that. It's like, you ever watch Spaceballs? You got its cross-eyed? That's your gunners on those secondaries. Like, they're just going off. It's like a chameleon's eyes just staring in random directions, bro.
Careful, you idiot. I said across her nose, not up it.
Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best.
Who made that man a gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship, anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
I would almost put this thing in needs fixing because it's that bad.
Oh, I have this on low niche too, so I'm like, shoot, I can't.
Well, I would.
Oh my
The
goodness,
only reason
dude.
I argue this is because of the DD meta. You can't kill these destroyers. What are you gonna do?
That was why I was like, if you get into a battleship game, Gibraltar can farm.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
can, and it's got so many smokes. You can do some funny things with that. I can't argue with that. I can't.
No, you can't.
Oh my
My
gosh.
logic is undeniable.
All right, guys. I'm gonna try to save tier maker. I'm gonna argue it's niche because, like you said, Sly, I'm gonna use this logic against you.
Yeah, no,
Once you
please.
get in the battleship games, it has a good niche.
It does.
Okay,
It's
the meta right. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you've ever played EU, they have the opposite effect of what NA is. They have more battleships than they do DDs at the moment. So I would argue it's somewhere like it's by no means playable. It's by no means higher.
yeah.
It is, but I'm gonna argue it's better than Castilla and some other things we're gonna throw in needs fixing.
True.
Okay.
True. Yep. True. I like that.
Okay.
Yep. I like that.
Acceptable.
I like that. Yeah. I was like, I had it in low niche. Like it's like it's got something, but not really much. It's needs some help.
Yeah, it's struggling.
Okay.
This is a very rough.
Yeah, it is a very rough ship, but at the same time, I don't think it's been sold in a long time. Maybe even more gaming forgot it existed.
No, it's been a minute too.
Yeah.
I bought it
Yeah, it's
sometime
been a
last
while.
year.
Yep. All right,
And
now
my
let's
win
talk
rate is
about.
tragic because you can't kill
Oh.
destroyers.
No, you can't. You can't kill destroyers. If you put Toby on it, it makes the battleships hilarious. That's just Citadel City.
Yeah.
God.
Enemy cruisers, you just melt them.
Yep.
Except for the DPM cruisers, they'll shred you right apart because you're fat.
Ooh, yeah. Now let's talk about a ship that had glow up.
Oh,
Big one.
Had a big
glow
glow
up.
up. Now remember, we do have a tricked version in this, which I think we'll definitely need to talk about almost at the same time. But Goliath got some nice buffs overall to its capability, its overall health,
yes.
everything. I think that right now, regular Goliath, is nice, high playable. It's a super
agree.
solid.
Completely.
Yep, I agree.
100% is a great cruiser.
And the only thing really truly holding it back from being an amazing, say, go get it, the fucking grind. That grind is still horrible.
I would argue
It
the
is-
commander. I would just argue the commander.
Well, now let's talk about a good
Grind is
commander.
still
Let's
up
talk about
one.
Jellicoe. If you have got Jellicoe,
Competitive.
Okay, now
high competitive.
okay,
Not,
High
Ooh,
competitive.
Okay,
On top of
now
competitive.
I'm thinking it's mid competitive.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
under Colbert, at least.
Okay, under the
Or
Colbert.
even
Yeah,
outside.
under Yeah,
I was like, this
That's
thing is
fair.
tanky.
That is
This thing is
definitely
tanky, and the AP that it has, a lot of people sleep on it. A lot. Like,
Yes.
APCS has the exact same thing as like kind of just regular APCS. On Goliath, you start chunking battleships, and it is hilarious when all of a sudden you get that.
That's another thing we can talk about right here. Is we talked about Jellicoe, of course.
Yep.
But we forgot about, you can literally put BD on this thing because of the smoke and heals as well. You don't need IFHE Plus anymore with the ship.
No, you don't.
Our eyes have been open to APCS Goliath.
But the thing is, IFHE, like, nobody talks about this. IFHE Goliath actually has a lot of benefits. Sorry, IFHE Plus Goliath actually has a lot of benefits because your AP full pins DDs if you don't take APCS.
Yep. You get the Zao effect.
So, exactly. So, this is actually one of those ships where, like, whenever you look at all these ships, you want to take APCS on every single one of them except for Goliath so far on this list.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
and Austin. You want to take IFHE on Austin. But yeah, Goliath 100%. IFHE Plus.
Yeah. No, Goliath has had a massive glow up, and I can't make it work on my on my main account, but that's just me. I need Jellicoe. I feel I've experienced it on my press account, so I'm now experiencing it without IFHE Plus or IPCS, and I'm just like, God, this thing sucks. But I'm like, I think that's mostly me. That's probably
another thing about this ship as well that we don't talk about for most ships because guess what? They have trash AA. Is Goliath has great AA.
Yeah.
You can defend yourself.
It does.
Except for FDR. Nothing can defend itself from FDR on this entire list. Except for...
Look, nothing can defend you from a good CP player.
Yeah, nothing.
No, nothing. Zip zero nada.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Man, we're kind of on a roller coaster right now here. Howden Leeuw.
We just took an all-time low. We just took an all-time low. Put that, there you go, right there. You don't even have to talk about it.
No, it hasn't gotten a buff. It got a leg mod, and we'll talk about that soon. But the Howden Leeuw.
Oh yeah, put that down there too.
No,
how
you can put it in niche.
Dare you? Yeah, I was like, that is definitively niche. Yeah, no, it's actually I'd say over Gibraltar. But yeah, it's Howden Leeuw. Once you have that third airstrike, it's really nice. But regular Howden, oof.
Okay, so is this like low niche? I can agree with low niche.
It's eventually going to be low niche. Eventually, it's going to be low niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
This thing belongs in a dumpster. You got Golden Lion. You grinded your way up there for this absolute trash can of a ship, and then you trick it out, and it's still dog water. It's complete trash.
Its main guns need help. I've actually suggested that its HE gets a buff, like just basically make it actually kind of like an oddly good HE ship, like in terms of damage, not in terms of fires, but in terms of damage. That way it's something against DDs.
Well, the biggest thing that you look at whenever you see Howden Leeuw is you don't have enough range where you can't have the Mossva effect where you have less DPM but more range, so you can have, like higher effective DPM where with the range that this thing has, it should have less than Des Moines DPM, but it should be a much higher DPM cruiser.
Yes.
It should be. It really should be.
And once again, we have secondaries hauling the guns on the side of the ship. 3 of them per side. Those don't need to work.
No working.
They're ornamental.
They're there for show. Yeah, exactly. They're there for show. It's like Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Now,
and
the trick...
I'm not sure.
The tricked version is really good, though. Like, I really... Like, it feels nice. It does. But Trump still does it all better.
I was going to say, Trump exists.
Yep, exactly.
Well, second of all...
Trump is way better.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, I tested this a long time ago in a training room. I think I might have talked about this last year, too. The airstrikes were glitched, where if you drop... Like, let's say you have all 3 airstrikes.
Mm-hmm.
I was only using 2 at a time. If I dropped my first one on a ship in training room, it would do full damage. You could get, 20, 30,000 damage drops on battleships if you get them right. It's insane how much damage. But then you drop your second one, and a quarter of the bombs actually work as intended, and the other ones don't actually register as hits. And
got the Austin last reload issue.
Yeah,
too much damage.
I was testing this, and we were stacking 3 carriers in square to see how much damage I could get. And that's how we found out that it wasn't working.
God, let alone the legendary commander still does not work for them either.
Oh yeah,
It's oh god. At least the discounts on them still appear. For a while there, they didn't appear for the Dutch.
nice.
Oh man, they're unloved children. All right, now, okay, I'm gonna take this one. I have to.
Go for it, and we'll talk about it after.
Yep.
I formally apologize to the World of Warships Blitz community for how bad of a take I had last year, because the Henri is a faster buffalo and a much this thing's meta. This thing's straight up. I am so sorry. This it's borderline war crime if you have Omni on it, which I do. It is super fun. It does everything that the Castilla wants to do, but
that
better.
is right where it goes.
Yes, it belongs there. 100%.
I put it in niche last year and I fought for it. I'm just looking back at it. I'm like, God,
I thought I was gonna have to pull a WWE, pull the money out of the bank move, but thank you.
Yeah, we were about to argue with you for like half an hour over this.
No, actually, there was a game that God, what map was it? Shoot, I think it was Cage. Actually, it was Cage, but the triple, not Epicenter. Damn it, Domination. Not like that. I went through, dominated A, and then got over to C, and then had enough time still to go kill the carrier. I was like, okay, no, I can't. No, but Matt, would you please do that? Yep.
The best part about Henry is the fact that you actually have options. So you have legendary mod. Now, if you are a full-blown psychopath, which sometimes I am, you take reload mod, and then you take, instead of concealment, to help balance it out, because I don't know if you can like put it out there, Sly, where you can like see the legendary mod or not, but it would actually help with this one.
Yeah.
Where your surf protection actually gets nerfed to where you're basically seeing at battleship levels. Now you can take, concealment and try to kind of figure this out where, you're somewhat in between. Or you could just take speed and just be an absolute like Marceau, but way better. Yeah, exactly. So you can do that, or you can run dispersion and speed, or you can run full concealment with dispersion. So many different options. I absolutely love this ship. I actually had a big blow up. I think last year around this time I had like 75K, 77K, and I raised it all the way up almost to like 93,000 now. So I've been grinding the ship, learning it, making it, what it should be. But you can ambush, you can run. The only thing you can't do is really shoot HE. Now, even like it's meta, but if it had AA, it would be war crime. It would be war crime.
It would be.
Yeah.
I'd actually disagree with the HE. I think the HE is actually quite usable for people who are still learning and trying to, kind of grow. This is a great ship to learn AP and HE on, because the better you get with the AP, the more, the less you use the HE. But you can still use the HE. If someone says, hey, by the way, that one just went off cooldown, you can do some dirty stuff with the HE.
Yeah. If you see a battleship at max range and you see him damage con, you have rapid reload. Why not? Just shoot HE.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's still useful.
We talked about earlier when we were talking about Colbert. This ship will teach you positioning and how to work the game. Henry is just that on steroids. You are rewarded more for your good plays, and you're not punished as hard as for your bad ones. I mean, you have better range.
Really?
I mean, Henry.
Yeah. Okay, you have way better base speed. So the thing about Colbert is you have speed boost 4, I believe, and Henry you have speed boost 3. So here, I actually have the game pulled up. Give me 1 second. Let me go look at this.
You have maneuverability buff, and I don't think you're faster than Henry.
So base speed in Colbert is 32. Yeah. So I have Henry built for speed at the moment, and your base speed, if you take supplies, is 38 knots base. So you're running about 45 with speed boost on.
Well, we can also talk about this. You have roughly the same propulsion, like from time to full speed, as Elbin. When you have engine boost, you're like, what, 45 knots?
Yep.
You are flying. Like, there's fire coming out of the water behind. How fast
right.
you go.
It takes 10 seconds to get to full speed.
It still goes back to, there was actually a video for the PC community a while back of that Henri is actually physically impossible to do. The amount of engine power it has to push through the water would literally destroy the boat.
Yeah.
It would not be the work.
That'd be funny as hell.
Oh yeah, no, it's completely.
There's some rockets attached to it.
So I would actually say, like, I would say Henry is more of a skill cannon than Colbert is, and let me tell you why. If you put speed boost, you now have to. Everyone knows, I love putting concealment on stuff. You have to now balance being looked at, and also if you're pushing down a flank, you can push way too far. You can hit map border on accident. Like map borders become like, why are you here? So I really do think that this is even more of a skill cannon than Colbert, where you have to know, okay, I got to pull back. I can't keep pushing. I'm going to put myself in a bad spot. I'm going to get cornered because of the map border, and there's going to be so many people. So that's kind of where I stand on Henry. But just like Alister said, it's on steroids.
It is.
If you know what you're doing, you get more damage.
And unfortunately, this was my second cruiser that I ever grinded. And I have yet to revisit it to improve my stats and fix the damage done.
I've been working on it. If I had probably looked over my last 5-7 battles, I'm betting I'd be averaging 85, 90. Doing pretty well.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not. But if you look at my total average, I think it's less than 50. I was not a good player when I got it.
Mine's bad. I think mine's 65.
Oh man, God, poor you getting 65.
Well, that was back when I first started playing, and obviously I'd run in, activate rapid reload, die.
Yeah.
I
did 50k. Woohoo!
Exactly.
Henry is one shit that I wish I could re-roll the stats just to see what they look like. But, never mind. I'm not going to mention stats. Let's move on to the next ship. Hindenburg.
Oh, the Hindenburg. Okay. I think I'm going to have to do the hot take one on this one.
We'll probably agree with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I agree. It
Really?
wasn't that bad.
God damn it.
No, that's not a hot take at all.
Damn it. Okay, fine. Let's do that.
Struggling.
Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, now hold on, Sly. If you can guarantee me that normal Hindenburg gets rapid reload too by putting in needs fixing, I'll agree.
Hey, actually, Sly, while we're here, can we get Black Hindenburg with Elbing torpedoes and rapid reload too?
Exactly.
Actually, I've suggested to them, that was one of my suggestions, is actually just give Hindenburg Elbing torpedoes.
I would love that.
Just give it that. That way, I don't know. But yeah, no, regular Hindi, it has a purpose. It does.
Yeah.
It's just kind of aging, and I think it needs a little bit of love to kind of get that fully up there. The tricked version definitely helps, but it doesn't.
Well, we'll
there's
get to
other
the tricked version.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But what are you guys' thoughts on the Hindenburg? Elizabeth, what's your guys' thoughts?
It's struggling, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's struggling real bad. I mean,
I'm glad everyone finally caught up to me, because I was calling this bad last year.
The range on Hindenburg without leg mod it's not bad. But I'm going to be honest, it comes from somebody who does not like the Zao. Play Zao instead of Hindenburg if you're going to play without leg mod. Honestly. Because you have so many more options.
Hindenburg, I still remember, a few years ago, I was calling it bad, and a lot of people were even saying, hey, no, it's not a bad ship, it's not a bad ship. It has when I remember looking back 2 years ago, it had 2 stats that were better than any other ship at tier 10. The amount of torpedoes, which of course is beaten by Zao, and then it had the best AP pen. That was it. That was everything else is mediocre. And now that mediocrity is showing.
Yes. I actually proposed a long time ago because it has decent AA. Give it some DFAA charges as well. Because why not? It's a German cruiser, yes, but it's still a cruiser. Give it something. At least make you feel like you're participating. Planes are flying around. Instead of just sitting there with your little T-Rex arms, just I almost got him.
Before we moved on to Tricked Hindenburg, do we still want Tricked Des Moines where it is? Because I feel like it might be above Hindenburg and it might be above Hindenburg, not Goliath.
It's above Hindenburg, but I wouldn't say it's above Goliath.
Okay. We can move Hindenburg down. Now Tricked.
Hindenburg.
Tricked Hindenburg gets increased range and most likely hipper. which is phenomenal.
I would say I think it goes right below Tricked Goliath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same. So
Mm-hmm. You get a nice
we
range
talked
boost.
about Des Moines earlier, where you lose out on dispersion, and you do with Hindenburg as well. But you do have precise aim too, which makes up for it when you need it. First of all, and second of all, it's not really that bad dispersion-wise when you're shooting at larger.
And add on top
Now,
of it, that range increase
you have
is
3.
more.
But you also have 3 precise aim twos.
Yep.
As well as Sly, you talked about Hipper. But that's not the only commander you need to run on that ship. You can also run Sheer if you want to and just play pure tank.
Yep.
And that's what I do with it because I play it for competitive. So I can help my battleships at range eat damage for them, then just shrug it off like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there are other captains for this that you can work with.
Oh yeah.
One thing I did forget to say about normal Hindenburg is even though normal Hindenburg is unplayable, it is still better than Venezia, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later, bro.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. All right.
Later.
Okay. Now the hot take. I'm definitely gonna
again.
say. Yep. Here's a hot take. No, I'm definitely gonna probably get hated on for this. But Jinan is competitive.
Ooh.
Period. And it's all because of the gunboat DD meta coming in and absolutely destroying it.
So
I'm gonna argue it's above Buffalo.
Above Buffalo in meta. Alister, where do you have it?
So it depends. If you are in any game with 3 DD, I'm telling you right now, 3 DDs or less, Matt's right. You start getting 4 or 5 DD games, though. Sorry about that. Somebody just grabbed their Honda to my apartment.
That happens.
Gotta take that spoiler off to sound like a hot rod, bro. If you want to have a solid compromise, you can put it at top competitive or low meta.
I could agree with top competitive, but
we talked about certain niches, like Austin, for example. The niche just drags it up to competitive.
Yep.
Jinan? I mean, I've played some of these cruisers, and I've made the mistake of going broadside in the wrong spot. Jinan, just dead. Gone. Literally instantly dead. 2k damage out of me. You just die. And that can happen to battleships.
It does have a niche, and that's why I'm not arguing niche at all. It does have that. The problem is that right now in the meta, that niche is rarer than normal, and it's going to move back to meta once they do some buffs and stuff like that. But I also think this did get nerfed since the last one that we had, and Jinan got nerfed hard. It's incredibly easy to kill. It's incredibly easy to kill now. And it's got massive.
Here is my concurrence with everything that you guys are saying. So when you do get those high DD games, the other thing you have to realize is Jinan, when you run reload mod for equipment, you have roughly 17 salvos. That's over 72k AP DPM, which you can use very effectively versus those DDs.
Yes.
Now, this is why I say if you got battleships every single game, again, another war crime ship. But with the DD matchmaker, it's still like the biggest thing that they did not touch, like they did with Sejong. They only nerfed concealment and they took away a little bit of AA. They didn't touch the damage potential. The damage potential for this thing is absolutely insane, or as Bob would say, buck nutty. So I really do think that I can understand low meta, but from what I've been able to see between Steve and me when it comes to farming in this ship, even when you have high DD games, it's still in that meta category for the higher tier players. Now, I can see with that concealment difference, it's going to be harder to consistently do it, but I still believe it's meta.
Actually, Sejong did not get nerfed as hard. Jinan got nerfed harder than Sejong. Jinan got both the nerfs, just like Harbin. Sejong only got one.
I think you got to go fact check, because from what Steve told me, He said only detection got nerfed, and he has the record, and he's kind of scared about it. So that's the reason I say that.
No.
On to the research.
Yeah, no, right? When was that, though? That was a bigger question, and now I have to remind myself is when did it get
4
nerfed?
updates ago?
Yeah, I think
3
so.
updates ago? No, it would have been 4. But that's just my opinion on it. I still think it's meta.
Yeah, I can... It's barely holding on the meta for me. I just can't. Like, yeah. It got main battery decreased, concealment decreased, air defense got decreased. Harbin got hit
How much did
harder.
the main battery get decreased by? Is it dispersion or
It got
reload?
increased. Main battery reload time increased by 0.2 seconds. And then concealment
0.2
got increased by 0.72 kilometers.
Concealment is the biggest one because the usability of it got like crap.
Yes.
Yeah, it got the single largest one of the 3 because Harbin got 0.48, Sejong got
Harbin got
0.44
nerfed way too hard.
Yeah, Sejong
Harbin
right now.
used
That's
to be
why I
pretty
love
good.
Sejong. Like it's got that perfect, overall.
I was told
But
Sejong got hit harder
Sejong-
than Jinan.
Sejong or Jinan got hit by 0.7 kilometer concealment issue.
Okay, I stand corrected.
I was like in 6th.
Ginan still belongs where it is, personally. Where you have it right now, it's either there or the bottom of meta.
I'll concede on that. Will you, Matt?
Yep.
And I agree that the moment that the DD meta kind of gets fixed up, whether or not we get a DD limit, whether or not we get something, and the DD meta kind of goes away, Jinan goes right back to meta. I completely agree with that.